Morning, afternoon or evening guys, and today we're going to look at the much requested tutorial for the auto furnace design. So I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, have a look at the link over here and that will show you a demonstration of how this thing actually works and a little bit behind the redstone and stuff. But today I'm actually going to be teaching you the tutorial for it. So I think roughly you're going to need a 10 by 10 space. I'm not going to be building this bit today because that's just aesthetics. I'm just going to be building all the bits in wall that you see. And in order to do this, you're going to need two comparators. You're going to need however many rails you want to use, because obviously this thing's infinitely expandable, so I don't know how many you want to use. You're going to need a couple of detector rails. Again, depends. You might want to use those to power the tracks. I don't know. Rails. You're going to need 60 building blocks, and look at that, they're even called building blocks. You're going to need a sticky piston. You're going to need some chests and some trap chests. Again, I don't know how many you need because you might want to expand this. You're going to need some redstone. You're definitely going to need a furnace, a couple of hoppers, a little bit of redstone torches and a lever. And then to transport your items around, you can either use hoppers, you can use minecarts. This is what I'm going to be going to use. And you can also use a minecart with hopper. Before we start, I'm just going to explain a little bit. The minecart with hopper actually does transfer slightly faster. However, it doesn't fit as many items in. So I'm going to be using the minecart with chests for this tutorial today. And in red, that's why during the tutorial, I'm going to be using these as building blocks, just so you know what's going on. We're going to use the red wall to indicate all the redstone shizzle whizzle that, you know, doesn't really do anything. The lime wall we're going to be using for the on-off mechanism, and the minecart track will be on blue, and the filter and sorting system will be on the yellow wall. Okay, so you want to plonk down your blocks like this in this little shape, so that's a 3 by 2 little block, and then you want to do that. You want to put a redstone torch here, and we're also going to need some redstone actually, and you're going to want to put that across there like that. Now you're also going to need a hopper. Just chuck that there, and that should be pointing into the ground. Don't worry, it's not going to transport anything. You need to put a comparator there, a bit of redstone there, and you're going to need to put another comparator here, and you're going to need to set it to subtract. And then we need to chuck a repeat here. I think I forgot to mention repeaters in the old box over there, but don't worry, shouldn't affect you too much. And we're now going to put a sticky piston like that, and don't worry if it extends, it should do that. And we're going to place one of our building blocks here. Now let me give you a brief explanation of how this works. So basically, the minecart without this would be going backwards and forwards with one item each time. Well, number one, that causes lag, causes an awful crappy sound from Minecraft, and it's just annoying. So what we want to do is, if you place some blocks in here, for example a redstone torch, depending on how much you put in, the minecart will take a stack back, or it will take a stack and a half. So you can customize the amount that the minecart takes. A little bit confusing, hopefully you understand. Okay, now this bit might vary depending on where you're building your design and stuff, but this is going to be the minecart track that takes the items backwards and forwards, and we're just going to start building it here. So you're going to want to place a block kind of, you know, opposite to this comparator. And you're then just going to want to build up a little bit like that. And I'm just going to see where this goes. So you're going to need the detector rail where the comparator is. And to get it to go up onto this block, you just do that. And then we're going to want to come down here, like so. And you're just going to want to use regular tracks here. And we can get rid of that bit just like that, and then place a block on top so the minecart hits something. And then you can just continue and put a little booster track, and you can continue your track to wherever it goes. I'm going to be trying to follow my design over there just so it goes up to the filtration system, but we'll leave that for now. So now we're going to do the little furnace bit, and that's the bit that's actually going to smelt all your items. And what you're going to do is just place a temporary block here, and you're going to want to shift click, and actually you don't need to shift click, I don't think. Anyway, you chuck a hopper there, and that should be pointing this way, and you can remove the block afterwards. And as you can see, if we put a minecart here, yep, the minecart will stay here because of the sticky piston, but the hopper's also pointing into it. Now you need your furnace, so let me quickly grab a furnace. And you just shift click that on top like that. And you're going to need hopper, you're going to need one going into the side like that. And you're also going to need one on top like, whoops, careful now, careful. Then you're going to want to place a hopper there, and you're also going to want to place a hopper there. So there you can just have your two chests that will have all your fuel and stuff that you want to smelt in. Okay, so I've done a few little bits off camera. On the left here is the chest for fuel, and I've just labelled that so you could see. And on the right there's a chest called ore, and that's just so you can bung in all your iron and stuff and it all gets sorted out. Here we have the pathway going up. Now this is, as I said before, going to vary depending for your design. I'm just going to take mine up and we're going to put the filter system along here. And you're going to need quite a lot of booster tracks here for the minecart to go up a hill. So you can place a redstone torch there or a lever if you wanted to. I'm just going to place a redstone torch there. Now the next part is going to be a little bit tricky because what we need is we need hoppers for the minecart track to go along. In order to do that, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to place the hoppers facing this way. So you need to place a row of blocks at the back. And today I'm only going to be doing 4 chests, although this is infinitely expandable. Obviously it has to be within loaded chunks, but that's the case for all Minecraft designs. And you're going to want to continue like this and place a stopper block at the end. So it should look something like this if you guys can see. So hoppers are facing that way. So we're now in a position to be able to build the filtration system. So here we go in yellow because I love the colour yellow. We are going to build it here, and let's get rid of these wall blocks because they're annoying me. And look at that. Anyway, continuing with the tutorial, you want to build this kind of little cross shape. So you've got a little upside down L here, and then you're going to want to place a block there like that and a block there. So let me just give you a little bit of time so you can build that. Yep. And then you're going to want to place a comparator here, and we're going to need some redstone. Bloink, bloink, like that. And we're going to need a repeater as well. Kabloink, like that. And you're going to need a redstone torch here. Yep. And you're going to want to continue this for however many chests you got. So I'm going to do this next little bit off camera. Now for the next row of hoppers, we actually need to decide where our chests are going to go. So let me grab a couple of chests here, like that. There we go. And I'm going to want to put mine 2 blocks away from this thing, like that. And you're probably going to want to do the same, like that. Although you could extend the hopper chain for ages over that way if you wanted to. And I'll just do the same here, like that. And we're going to get the hoppers, and we're just going to go like this. Point that one into the block and then point that one into the back of it, like that. Yeah? So I'll do the same for the others. Like, it's a bit tricky, a bit cramped. Like that. And then you can remove these blocks at the front and put your chests down. Now there's all kinds of designs you can do with these chests. You can put a chest here, like that, or turn it in like that. You can extend this down if you want more storage space and have hoppers underneath here, and then put chests down below like that. Whoops. Yep, like that. Or you can even have chests going like this. Yep, there's all kind of designs. I'm just going to be using this standard one for now. And yeah, we move on to finishing up this design. It doesn't stop raining in this bloody world. It's like England. Anyway, you're going to want to... Now, what do we need to do? Yeah, we need to put the tracks along the top here. Now, this actually requires a little bit of fiddling around because you want the minecart to go as slow as possible across the hoppers so they can like kind of suck out as much items as they can. But you're going to need a booster track here. So place that down. however, you know, where your design is and stuff. And I'm going to place some regular rails along here. And don't worry that that booster track isn't powered, we're going to sort that out later. And you're then going to get rid of a couple of these booster tracks, and I accidentally destroyed the blocks. And you're going to want to place just like that, just a couple of rail, and we can test that out. We just get a minecart and we see what happens here, because we need to make sure that it goes up the hill. And yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit slower. That'll do. And you can slow this down even more and have a go at fiddling around with it. Obviously, I'm doing a tutorial, so I haven't got too much time to be doing that. Okay, so we've got this basic bit now. And what we're going to want to do is build the on-off mechanism, which I do believe I said was lime wool. Okay. So you're going to want to power this redstone track. Now, you can do this all kinds of different ways. I'm just going to do it very simply, like this, and you have a lever here and redstone like that. So you just turn it on. Obviously that's off and that's on. So when the lever's down, the thing's on. You can invert it if you like it up being on and down being off. I don't know. Crazy people like that. There's all different ways to wire this, by the way. I'll just give you some other designs. You can also come around like this, and as I said, you can invert the power. You can do whatever you want. Actually, that wouldn't work. Anyway, you get the idea of how you power this thing. And I think that is pretty much the design done. What we're going to do is we're just going to leave this powered for now. And we're going to... Oh! No, that's what we need to do. So, in these hoppers here... By the way, you can use any filter system. I'm just going to be using this one. You place what objects you want to filter in here. So, we're just going to... Actually, that won't work. We need some ores. Let's get some lovely iron. Like that. And we just go like that. And then this one must be on 18. Like that, yeah? Okay, so I think we're now in a position to actually sort this out. So let me chuck in the fuel here, and let's chuck in... What did we go and get on our mining trip? I think we went and got some iron. Of course we did. Chuck your iron in here, and as you can see, the furnace starts cooking away. And hopefully... And there we go, the minecart goes, and it should have filtered something in here. Possibly, it takes a little while. It's more of a passive system, passive sorting system. Yeah, it just got stuck in there, and then this time it should be in here. Yeah, that just happens because of the way the timing works with the hopper lock, but it's not too much of a problem. And as I said before, if you want to customize the amount of time the minecart stays in there, there you go, like that. It won't keep popping backwards and forwards after one item's put in there. Okay, and that concludes the tutorial, guys. I hope it explained everything that you wanted it to explain. Sorry I made a few mistakes. I'm actually suffering quite badly with hay fever at the moment, so I'm not up to my normal self. But hopefully that video was okay. Someone requested it, and quite a few people requested it, actually. So have yourselves a fantastic day. Don't go and get hay fever, because it's bloody awful. It's feel awful at the moment. My eyes are running. Anyway, enough of that. I'll see you guys next time.